Let's be real for a second. We all hear about how AI is this world-changing technology. But for a lot of us, the results we get are kind of underwhelming, right? Well, what if I told you the secret to unlocking its real power isn't about being a coder, but about getting good at conversation? In this explainer, I'm going to give you the exact blueprint to master that conversation. So here's the crazy thing. Right now, a staggering 99% of people are just not using AI to its full potential. Not even close. They're getting these generic, mediocre answers because, well, they're asking generic, mediocre questions. And that massive gap, that is your opportunity.
It really all boils down to this one simple truth. Getting ahead of almost everyone else is surprisingly easy because most people just don't know how to use the right prompts. See, it's not about the AI itself. It's about what you ask it. And the good news is that's a skill you can start learning, like right now.
So forget a boring agenda. Here's my promise to you. By the end of this quick explainer, you are going to understand the 4 levels of AI mastery that will completely separate you from the pack. You ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, level 1. This is the absolute foundation. It's all about getting your AI to stop sounding like a random stranger on the internet. And to do that, you have to formally introduce yourself and, most importantly, give it context. The way we do this is with something called a master prompt. Now, don't just think of it as a document. It's more like a complete audit of your brain for whatever role you're in. You're basically giving the AI all the background info it needs to stop guessing and start acting like a real assistant who actually gets you. You know, think about it like this. You'd never expect a travel agent to magically know you prefer an aisle seat, right? So why on earth would we expect an AI to know our company's tone of voice or our big strategic goals without us telling it? The master prompt is you giving it all those critical preferences up front.
And here's the best part. You don't need to pay some expert to do this for you. The process is actually pretty simple. You start by telling the AI your role, but then, and this is the really clever part, you ask it to generate the questions it needs to understand you better. After you spend a little time answering, just ask it to compile everything into a final prompt that you can save and reuse. It's that easy.
So once you've got that foundation locked in, we can move up to level 2. The AI now knows who you are. The next step is teaching it how to do a very specific task for you perfectly every single time. And this is where something called a system prompt comes in. Look, if you're getting so-so results over and over, the problem isn't the AI. It's the instruction you're giving it. A system prompt is like a super detailed job description for one specific task. And once you get it just right, it becomes your own unique intellectual property. It's super valuable. Now, you want to know the secret to an amazing system prompt? Don't try to write it perfectly from the get-go. Instead, just have it generate a rough draft, then you refine it through conversation until the output is perfect. And then you ask the AI to reverse engineer the prompt that would have created it. That, right there, is the pro move.
Okay, so let's just quickly break this down so it's super clear. Getting the difference between these is key to taking full control. The master prompt is your personal file. It tells the AI who you are. The system prompt is the job description. It tells the AI how to behave for a specific job. And then custom instructions, that's just your style guide. It handles all the formatting. All right, on to level 3. This one's all about taming the chaos. You know, a messy mind leads to messy prompts. So the key here is to build a really structured, organized environment for your AI work. And we do that using a feature called projects. Just think of them as dedicated folders for every major topic in your life or your business. All the files, all the context, all the chats, everything lives in one place, so you never have to explain yourself again. The perfect way to think about this is like having a war room for building a house. Imagine everything you need is right there on the walls. The blueprints, the vendor lists, every decision you've made. It's all instantly accessible. That's exactly what a project folder does for your AI. It gives it a long-term memory for specific conversations.
And inside these projects, a feature called a canvas is a total game changer. On the left, you've got the old, frustrating way of working, just endless reprompting. But on the right, the Canvas way lets you collaborate directly with the AI, editing and refining what it gives you just like you would in a Google Doc. It's a partnership.
And hey, this is not just for your 9-to-5. You can use projects for pretty much anything, from analyzing a huge real estate purchase to planning out your content for the next 6 months, or even working through complex family and parenting decisions. It's all about keeping your context organized for any important part of your life.
And that brings us to the highest level of mastery, the real endgame.
automation. This is where you stop just being a user of AI and you actually become a creator of your own AI tools.
I mean, think about it. Once you've spent all this time perfecting a really powerful workflow with the system prompt, the last thing you want to do is copy and paste it forever, right? The ultimate move is to package all that expertise into a simple, shareable, and automated tool.
This is the magic of creating your own custom GPTs. You're basically taking that perfect system prompt you built and creating a specialized AI tool around it. And the result? It is literally like having your own little army of minions, all powered by your unique expertise, ready to do a complex job for you with just one click.
Now, let's be super clear about the goal here. It's not about getting AI to do 100% of the work. It's about automating that 92%. The heavy lifting, the research, the first drafts, so that you can pour all of your energy into that critical 8% that really requires your unique human touch.
And I really want this to sink in. Simple prompts and little apps, they might save you a few minutes, but a well-designed custom GPT built on your own perfected system prompts, that will save you days. It's a completely different scale of efficiency, a total game changer. Okay, so now you have the playbook, you've got the 4 levels, but here's the thing. Knowledge without action is pretty much useless. The final and maybe the most important piece of this whole puzzle is actually integrating these skills into your daily life. It's about making AI proficiency a core part of who you are.
The easiest way to do this is with a simple trick called habit stacking. Just find something you already do every single day, like making your morning coffee, and attach 15 minutes of focused AI practice to it. The key is to start small. Don't try to boil the ocean. Just focus on refining one prompt or one workflow each day. Over time, that practice becomes your new default.
So there you have it. You now have the complete blueprint. These are the 4 levels that separate a casual user from a true AI power user, the things that will put you in that top 1%. So the only question left is the big one. What piece of your unique expertise are you going to automate first?